Hello and good morning. Welcome to SSSVEDA and Veda Day 29. Following the SSSVEDA content calendar or topic calendar, today was really funny because it says fill in the blanks. So it has hello, my name is, and then ... So hello, my name is Christine Pantazis and I'm a social media addict. I guess that's what I can throw into that ... I'd like to talk about a couple of important things that I do. I am a digital ambassador and volunteer for the Red Cross Canada, and I help disseminate messages and work together with the Red Cross to raise awareness and drive donations when necessary. And this is one of those things. And I think today's Veda is really, really important because of the Nepal disaster. The earthquakes in Nepal, which displaced so many people. Sorry, I'm fidgeting. I'm like having like a weird fidgety day. But right, so back to Nepal. There was a horrible earthquake and some really bad aftershocks. So many people are left homeless. Many have died. The numbers I think are over 4,000 for deaths. And you know, children without parents, parents who've lost their children, families who have been decimated, and it makes me really, really sad. One thing you can do to help is you can donate, and a really easy way to do so is to text Red Cross, one word, all caps, to the number 45678. It's impossible to forget. And if you do that, you automatically tax $10 from your phone bill, and that's open to all Canadian residents. The other great thing about that is that the Canadian government is matching donations for eligible organizations and eligible donations, and the Red Cross is one of the organizations that is deemed eligible by the Canadian government. So your $10 donation automatically becomes $20, and that's kind of a big deal. If everybody could just donate $10, we'd be able to raise quite a bit of money and help the people who need it most. You know, in earthquake situations like Haiti, you know, they need everything from water to hospitals to the ability to train staff and do all those crazy things that they're going to need in this time of need. And so, you know, I can't really speak on it for too long because I feel like I could go on about it forever and maybe not be as effective as I'd like to be. So yeah, text Red Cross to 45678, and I think that's something that we can all do, just to do our part and be grateful that we live in a country that, you know, doesn't see a lot of natural disasters. Although I do remember the Alberta floods. I was helping with that crisis, and I was there after the fact, about the time of the Calgary Stampede. So I actually did see some of the leftover damage and, you know, what people were doing to help their neighbors and trying to rebuild. And by the way, it was amazing that the Calgary Stampede was able to, well, the city and the people were able to bring the Calgary Stampede together in such a short time after a crisis. And I think their motto was come hell or high water. So you know, they did it, and it was amazing. And actually I was there with GMC Canada, and I'm incredibly grateful for the experience that GMC Canada gave me, but also for the fact that they allowed me to drive to High River and visit and see some of the crazy damage that had happened, and the relief efforts and the volunteers helping people, you know, clean up their neighborhood and sort of bring it back to life. So yeah, funds are desperately needed in all crises. That's usually the best way to go. And the reason I say that is because it costs money to ship product. It's more difficult to ship blankets and bottles and supplies than it is to have the money and buy what they need near the crisis area and build what they need from there. The only things that the Red Cross really ships from here is a hospital. They have an incredible CRC, they call it the CRC ERU, which is the Canadian Red Cross Emergency Response Unit. And it's more than just a hospital, it's an entire unit. And I've also had the pleasure of seeing that, and it's incredible. It has everything from, you know, what a hospital would need, the triage, where they were able to check patients and assess their need for medical help. And then they have, you know, their, you know, psychiatric area. I say psychiatric, but really we could call it emotional support for the people who are obviously traumatized by the event. They have operating rooms which are completely and amazingly functional, right? They may not be as functional as an operating room in a hospital in like Toronto, but they can do everything there, all kinds of surgeries and everything that's necessary. And apparently something that I learned is that a lot of babies are born at the time of crisis. It could be the stress, it could be any number of different things. So there's plenty of staff available and trained in order to help everybody who's going through crisis, whether it's a lost limb, you know, someone who needs stitches, or, you know, a lady who's giving birth. And they also have a communications unit and a pharmacy. So the pharmacy is fully functioning, and they have everything that they would need there for their operations and any prescriptions that they need to give out for, you know, whether it's cleaning wounds or whatever the case may be. And then they have the communications unit, which is also has like a satellite receiver so that they can communicate with the outside world in the case that there's no other way to communicate, which is kind of a big deal in a disaster zone. And as we saw in Haiti, it wasn't just at the time of crisis. The Red Cross helps after the crisis by training people. You know, they leave their ERU unit there, and it becomes it's not just a symbol of, you know, the help that that country had received in time of crisis. It becomes a place for training. It continues to provide medical help, because these hospitals in the area might have been so badly damaged that it could take decades for them to be rebuilt, and people will continue to require medical care after the crisis. It's not just their medical care at the time of the crisis, right? So yeah, without going, you know, without talking about it for like 13 hours, because I could really get into a conversation about how that all happens, you know, it's really important. So if you have it in your heart, I'd really appreciate it. And if you're a friend, I'd appreciate it even more if you were to donate to the Red Cross. And if you're not comfortable with the texting, I'll put a link into the caption of this video, or sorry, the subject line of this video, where you can click and donate via the Red Cross's secure website. So actually, I managed to talk a lot about the Red Cross, so I guess that's who I am. Besides being a social media addict, I'm a person who likes to help, and any opportunity that I'm given to do so, I usually take it. And I guess that's it. So thanks for watching today's Veda. And if you have any comments or questions, you can feel free to post them below. I'll respond ASAP. And, you know, if you're so inclined, you can follow me on Twitter at cpantazis. And I guess that's it for me today. I hope you guys have a great day, and get outside if you're in Toronto. Enjoy the lovely weather. Bye.